Hey everybody, welcome to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and here on my YouTube channel. And in this video, I want to show you a quick fix to how to fix a problem with Studio One when it crashes upon loading up due to maybe a faulty plugin. And let me show you what I mean. So here's a typical Studio One session. So if I double click this and open it, and this session is opened many times before, you can see it's scanning all the plugins, which is typical. And then it pauses. Let's see if it works. Okay, now 1 second, we're going to get it crashed. So we're going to get a message. Okay, so here's our crash report. Have you ever had this happen where you're working on a session, it works great. The next time you go to open it, maybe it works fine. 2 days later, you go to open that same session again, even if you didn't add any new plugins or anything like that, it crashes constantly. You say, what do I do? I lost all my work. How do I get this thing open again? Well, there could be a few different reasons for this, but more times than not, it becomes a plugin that when Studio One's trying to scan your session that you have, all the plugins you've loaded up on your inserts, it gets to a plugin and for some reason that plugin crashes the program. And it's normally, or actually, I've never seen it be a stock plugin. It's always a third-party plugin. And this is how you identify it, and this is how you fix the problem quickly. So I'll zoom in on this in editing here. So if you look over here, where it crashed at the top here, you want to look for the crash report and you want to see what's the last thing that it tried to read at the top here before it crashed. And if I look here, I can see these are IK Multimedia. Those are T-Rax products, and those are plugins I'm using in this particular session. And you can see right over here, IK Multimedia White 2A, which is the white LA2A plugin that I happened to use the last time that I was working on this mix. This is crashing the program. So what we need to do is we need to delete that plugin out of our plugin folder, and then it should open up and then you can reinstall the plugin. Now, I will say that I hardly ever have this happen with Studio One, by the way. I don't think this is a Studio One issue, like, oh, Studio One's crashing. It's more about the plugin, I believe. I've only had this happen on some IK Multimedia, the T-Rax bundle. I haven't had this happen with the Slate Digital, Universal Audio, Plugin Alliance, FabFilter, stock plugins, all the other manufacturers that I use. I've never really had this issue, but I've had this happen twice now with two different IK Multimedia plugins. So let me show you. So we got to get to the white 2A, the LA2A. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay. Now this is on a Mac. On a Windows, this might be slightly different. Okay, so on a Mac, you want to come up to your Macintosh HD, your hard drive. You want to go to your library. You want to go to audio, and you want to go to plugins. Now I happen to know this is a VST3, but it could be in your VST folder. You click on your plugins, and here's all our plugins that are automatically installed when you download plugins. And they're not sometimes you'll see some companies, they have their own folder, like Slate Digital, Overloud, Audified, Cubase, Steinberg, Slate Digital, Ilios. And then down here, all these T5s, these are the T-Rax 5 bundles. And the one we're looking for is the white. So then they're going to be in alphabetical order, as you can see. TRS Suite, tape, right here. T-Rax 5 White 2A. That's what caused the problem. There's also a TR5 White channel strip. I'm not using that, so I'm using this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to move it to the trash. It's going to ask me for my password. And again, this might be different on a Windows machine. Okay, you can hear it click into my trash bin. Now I'm going to delete my trash bin. Okay, so if that's the only T-Rax plugin that caused the problem, it should load now. There may be another T-Rax plugin because I'm using many of them in this particular mix this month. So once again, I'm going to go over to Studio One. I'm going to open up my song file. Let's see if it works this time. Okay, so it's going to load up again. Now what it's going to do is it will show the plugin in the session, but it won't be activated. It won't work. I may even get a message saying, hey, this plugin's not here, but it should at least get me back to the session. It's loading up the session. See, right here. Oh, it crashed again. Okay, let's take a look. Maybe there was another plugin. Okay. Okay, the white 2A is crashing it again. Okay, so I don't know if there's a second version of it here. Maybe white 2A. Let's take a look and make sure what else is here. Is there another one here? modules. It could be that tape machine. I know that tape machine gave me a problem as well, but I don't see it here. I just see the white 2A becomes the issue. Now, I don't think you need to reboot the computer. I believe TR modules, let's see, products, white 2A. Yeah, it seems like it's that white 2A that's becoming, oh no, here it is, signal. Is this it? No, no, no. Let's go back and let's see. The only other plugin that I think could be a problem is the tape machine, because I've had that problem with that particular tape machine before. So let's go back, audio, plugins, but it's a plugin that's causing the issue that we got to get rid of. This is VST3. Let's see if there's a VST version of it. There might be. So there could be VST2 and VST3. So if I use the VST2 instead of a VST3, and here it is right here, white. You won't necessarily know when you're loading the plugins in Studio One. Are you using am I using VST2 and VST3? Sometimes in the browser next to the plugin, it'll say it in very small print, but I was probably using the VST2 version and not even realizing it. So here it is again, white 2A, okay? So I'm gonna delete this one. Move to trash, password. Okay, I'm gonna empty my trash. I don't believe I need to restart the computer for this. Let's make sure there's no other versions of it here, is there an audio units or something, but I wouldn't have used audio units. Okay, that's the channel, but we'll go back and check. If I go back to my back button, so you can see here, you have your VST3, your VST2, remote put, not even sure what that is. Just, again, MAS, there's nothing in here, HAL. This is some Mac OS stuff, components. Would be your audio units. And I don't believe there's any audio units for this one, but we can check TR5. There might be. Let's see. I don't think I used the audio units version, but if there is, I want to delete that as well. Here it is, the white 2A component. So let's delete that one as well. Password. Okay, let's empty the trash again, and then hopefully this will load. Let's see. Because that's what's crashing it. And again, you could see it right here. Crashed right here, and you can see the plugin that caused the problem. It's that white 2A. Everything else seemed to be okay. So now let's say okay. Let's go back here. Open up our song file. And with the good grace of the Lord, hopefully it'll boot. But this is how I fixed the problem last time. So I thought I would share that because I see on Facebook every once in a while people get confused. And I was confused when it first happened. I said, well, it loaded up yesterday. Why would it load up today? These are how computers are, right? Okay, the British channel is working fine. The Waves plugin's working fine. There it is. And here it is, see? It's missing the device. It's missing that plugin that we just deleted. And that's because we just deleted it and it was used right here on our fiddle. You can't find it, TR5 white. So now what you would do is if you really wanted to use that plugin, you could go back to the manufacturer's website and you can re-download it, reinstall it, and it should work. Now again, I don't have this happen on many plugins, but I noticed on this IK Multimedia, the T-Rex plugins, I've had it happen with this plugin right here, this one right here in particular. I had to delete it, re-download it, and it's been fine ever since. Again, I don't know that that's, something wrong with the T-Rex stuff. Maybe, again, when I downloaded the bundle the first time, something was corrupt. I don't know. But anyway, that is a quick way for you to identify why Studio One is crashing and how to identify what plugin's causing the problem. And on a Mac, where to go in and find it. Now, on Windows, I don't know. So please don't email me a bunch of questions asking me, well, I'm running Windows 10. How do I delete the plugin? Honestly, I don't know. The best thing you can do is go to the Presonus user forums, and I'll leave the link in the description box, and someone will be able to help you there. I'm not a Windows user, so I don't know enough about it, but on a Mac, that's how you do it. But on Windows, if you can locate your plugin folder, you can do it just as well, and it should work. So I hope you found this quick little Studio One tip helpful. For more videos like these, please consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and make sure you head out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com so I can give you some 5 free mixing courses. It's right on the homepage. Get 5 free courses today. All the links will be in the description box. And until the next video, I've been Dave with homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and I will see you very soon. Take care.